Hey there, hi there, and hello there. This is Sapphire Slow Wink Simone, also known as McLovin if you want to find me on social media, here with the Connect Show, and that's Connect with a K. So, with that being said, last week I told you I was going to let you know a little bit about the drama that I'm going through with the neighbor upstairs. I stay out here they call it a two-family. Where I'm from, they call it a duplex. In some cases, those apartments are the same size. In this case, it very much was a house that they turned the upstairs apartment into. Okay, I reworded that. I'm going to reword it. They turned the upstairs into an apartment. And so you can tell because it's like, slanted. It's cute. But you can tell because like it's slanted. The ceilings are slanted. So I hear my neighbor quite a bit. Not all day, every day, but like when he yells or gets upset, which he does on a regular basis, I can hear him. Over the summer, he was going beast mode in the basement, and me and Nunu heard him. Now, anybody who knows me knows that Nunu is my daughter, my teenage daughter. And over the summer, I told her to do a load in the washer downstairs. Now, we used to share the washer and dryer initially. There was a flood in the basement about a few years back. It messed up the washer and dryer. So we had to get rid of those. It was provided by property management. Get rid of those. He goes and gets a free a free washer and dryer. I pay for the U-Haul because he didn't have the money. So I pay for the U-Haul and he puts it in. That's not working. So he spends his own money to get a washer and dryer. He tells me about it. I didn't know this meant now we're no longer sharing. And I could care less. I mean, after all that happened before with the washer and dryer, I started dropping off clothes at the laundromat. They fold them. I don't have to pay for detergent. I don't know how to fold well. My domestic skills are challenged in some areas. Like, how do you fold that sheet that gathers on the edges? That thing is hard to fold. What? Ironing? I do the best that I can. I can knock out a few wrinkles. Anywho, so he's going beast mode because I told Nunu to do a load, and we hear him yelling and cussing. Nunu, what happened? She said she put the clothes on top of the washer after, and so she could do hers or the dryer or whatever. I'm like, were they wet? No. Okay, well, go tell dude it was a mistake. You're not going to do it again because we're not even going to be using his washer and dryer anyway. So she goes to apologize. Y'all, your man said, well, I need to talk to your mother because there's some boundaries being crossed. Now, when I describe how he talks, people are always like, is he gay? He says he's not. He's involved with a woman now. But he has a lot of feminine energy. A lot of feminine energy. Like the way he acts, you would be to think there was a hormonal thing going on once a month. Seriously. Like I could see sometimes why women click out. Because, okay, cycle. But the way he clicks out over nothingness. So, the other boundary being crossed was parking. Y'all, the next show, I'm going to put a clip of how close our cars are. He started parking in the back. I kid you not. Oh my goodness. He started parking in the back because he said his ex-wife's girlfriend made a not so obvious threat. And I'm like, but we don't have a fence. She could still just walk back there and jack up your car. if, she really wanted to. He's like, but then she's coming on property. But then you gotta know it's her and not some random person with a hood on. Like, he does not have access to the back of the house, y'all. He can only go through the front. So he wants to park now in the back, walk his cool self all the way down the little driveway to go through the front. That's your business. I don't care. I got a back door. So whatever you talking about is whatever you talking about. Just like I have a door to the basement, so I can get in the whole basement. He gets to that one side where his precious washer and dryer is. So I'm going back and forth in text messages with him now. Like, and actually I clicked out on the first one. Like, we ain't gotta share nothing. I already think you're weird anyway. I do. Not all the time, but you got weird moments. If you're ever watching this, somebody show it to you, let me be the one to say you got weird moments. It don't get that serious about a parking space that's 2 steps from where I'm parked at. You want to park in front of the garage. Okay. So he's texting me, we're out of town because I parked my car in front of the garage. Hello? Sometimes I want shade for my car. And guess what? I got a back door. I can park back here anytime I want to or wherever I want to. We've been living together for years, y'all. He had already requested when he first moved in that people not park in the front. Now you want to switch up over an ominous threat and park in the back. Okay. But you don't have a spot. There's nothing with this ninja's name on it. You park where you get in, where you fit in. All right. So that being said, we go back and forth about that. At one point, I'm telling him, like, I feel like I'm being harassed. I need you to leave me alone. You already said previously, like a couple years ago, when I first got my SUV, and this is why y'all got to see the SUVs, y'all. When I got mine, and you was like, I want the truck. I want the rings. I want the nice watch. Okay, well, go get it. The fig Newton are we talking about? Grown man. So what does he do? He gets a job and he gets a little blue SUV. Not my make and model, but then you also got the plate holder around it. Like, y'all, I'm gonna have to really video and show y'all this next week. So this was about 2 weeks ago. A couple people stopped by real quick. One of the homegirls came in. She had a passenger in her car. Her car was running, but she was parked behind his car. He didn't come out to leave. He didn't ask us to move. He just called the police. Let me say it again, say it again. He called the police and said that he was the homeowner and that there was a car in the driveway that wasn't supposed to be there. I wish I could make the pumped up. The level of pumpedness. I wish I could be making this up right now, but I'm not. So what I'm going to put in here real quick is a clip of him yelling. You're going to hear it yelling. I'm sorry I'm wrestling with the phone a little bit because I'll just be like, but why though? Like, bruh, smoke some weed or something. Like, seriously. The clip. I wish I could say that him and that interaction with his dog ended there, but I used to hear him fussing like this with his son. That son does not stay here anymore, and just sometimes the way he would just yell and go off, like, it's too much. I contacted my lawyer. They have me building a case for harassment, and it's also illegal to fake call police and come up with charges that aren't real. I also called property management and let them know, and they said that's actually a clause he's breaking in his lease, to call the police for no reason. He think it's a game. It's not. It's not a game, crazy man. So I don't know what's happening with the dog, but let me tell you, before y'all start ASPCA and PETA and being like, it's dog abuse, I can't prove it. I hear noises, but I can't prove it. You see the dog, nothing looks like anything's wrong with the dog. So there's that part. Luckily the son, is going. I heard him call the boy a Mea more than once, and it's like, I wouldn't even say things like that to my daughter. So with that being said, y'all, sometimes, because it's mom basically, when she said why she moved, was like, I can't deal. Ma, tell this man to get some help. He needs some help. He needs some help. All right. Now, a couple other things I was going to touch upon before I go on about my life. I watched some movies over the weekend, and I'd like to let y'all know about the weekend movies because maybe you'd like to catch one. I saw Code 8. Now, Code 8 has a part 1 and a part 2. I found it pretty interesting. You know what I mean? A little sci-fi action. I think you could pretty much watch that with like the fam. There wasn't a lot of cussing that I recall, so I feel like that'd be cool. Wolfman. Now, Code 8 has a part 1 and a part 2. I found it pretty interesting. You know what I mean? A little sci-fi action. I think you could pretty much watch that with like the fam. There wasn't a lot of cussing that I recall, so I feel like that'd be cool. Wolfman. All right, Wolfman, listen, if you're like, I'm not with gore, I don't want to see the blood, then you don't want to see Wolfman. Because there's some parts of that movie, baby, where it's like, and when he changed into a wolf, it just looks so painful. I'd have to just kill myself. Like, I don't even want to be a wolf. If bones have to thicken and come out of places. But it's a really good movie, and Del Toro, don't he just look like he got a little something in him? He looked like he got a little something in him. Oh, and Anthony Hopkins played his part. They also had the dude from The Matrix in there, the one who would be like, hello, Mr. Anderson. He still kind of had the same vibe. Kind of kicks. Now, let me tell you, stop it right here if you have not seen Mea Culpa and you don't want me to let you know about this movie beforehand, because I got some statements, I got some questions. So, like I'm saying, stop this video if you haven't seen it and you want to see it. And you don't want any, anybody to tell you like, sorry, but this is what happened. If you don't want that, go ahead and stop it. All right, so Mea Culpa is on Netflix. It's directed by Tyler Perry. Kelly Rowland is in it. Now, I had already seen some reviews before I watched it, but I just like to see things sometimes for myself. Besides, I like Kelly Rowland. Ciao. So, the plot of it was a good idea. The execution, though, is what has some challenges. Let me tell you why. First of all, facial expressions are a big deal. I don't care what some of these actors were feeling. This was shocked. This was surprised. This was angry. And I'm like, could I get some movement of eyes? An eyebrow movement, something. I'm gonna need your shark to be like, okay, you're angry. You're surprised. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna need. I'm gonna just need some movement in your facial muscles. It's like, oh, it's like somebody got Botox treatments and these actors, and they just had that one look. Also, there were some things I was confused about. Listen, y'all, I like, watching like certain things and being like, and I need the information to make sense. So when they said that they found the girl's blood and her skull fragments and it was her DNA, but the girl is alive, where did they get skull fragments from? Even if you said that that was somebody else's skull fragments, they did a DNA test. So didn't they like do a deep dive into the skull fragments to know that that wasn't? And was she collecting blood daily? Like, they didn't do any backstory on how there was so much blood it was seeping to the neighbor's apartment. When he wrote "Die B" and with the paint on the picture, but it was layers of pictures. Mia was the first one, the one over the bed. He took the time to paint that on there and then put all the other layers, and she said it back. She said that too. And so when it turned out to be true, it was like, why do you have that much time to just replaster pictures? Why you ain't just take her picture down? When she found him with another woman on top of him, and then later they had sex, we not gonna use a condom. You just was banging out another chick. And I'm confused. Did you feel it or not? Because you laying over here, you ain't moaned or nothing. You over here looking at me. This girl trying to do her thing all on top of you. You just like, yeah, so what's up with you though? Like, I get that you were unenthused by my girl, but she just got up and walked away. She ain't even said nothing. She wasn't hurt a little bit. Like, okay, my coach is done here. Oh, Lord. The email that the family had between them about the mom's fake diagnosis of having cancer. Why y'all emailing each other? Y'all see each other all the time. Why wouldn't y'all just say whatever y'all got to say out loud? What was the email of? At the end, when Mia threw away her cell phone. Why? You couldn't just block him? He texts you, so you like, chuck the whole phone. You not gonna need this later? I'm confused. Do you still have a profession. People still gotta get in touch with you, girl. Ooh, child. So, listen, with that being said, you know, you can always reach out to me via email, theconnectshow@gmail.com, or DM me on any of the social media, TikTok, Instagram. We're on Facebook, Twitter. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Also, I will, like I said, be getting to show you the proximity of these cars. Keep y'all posted on Cray man from upstairs. Cray man from the second floor. So, thank you so much for joining me today. Kisses. This is Sapphire Slow Wink Simone on The Connect Show with a K. Toodles.